Hey everybody, today it's gonna be a rather short video, just a quick tip. If you own Ableton, and I think it's from version standard up to suit, there's a bunch of very capable drum synths included in Ableton. Ableton calls them DS, which stands for drum synth, go figure. And these tend to be overlooked a little bit, but as I said, they're included in Ableton so you can get them for free. And why not use something that's free and also sounds good, right? So I've loaded up this drum rack here. This is Ableton's internal DS drum rack. And let's have a listen to a few of the sounds. This is the kick drum. Of course, you can put a little drive on there and change the envelope, stuff like that. There's a very, very nice FM synth, which can get really nasty if you want to. There's a snare, clap, tom sounds, hi-hats, and also a device they call clang, which in this case right here in this drum rack is just a version of their 808 cowbell. Then we have a cymbal and a sampler instrument. So this is what it sounds like by default. And I've gone ahead, let me quickly get rid of this for a minute. Gone ahead and created a complete track from scratch. Well, it's not that much of a track right now. It's really more of a starting point. But I thought it would be interesting to use just one set of devices and see how far I can get. And let me unmute everything and play this for you. So as you can hear, there's a lot to be done only with these devices. I didn't even do that much processing on these. It's just a little bit of EQ work here and there, a little bit of saturation. Let me go through these one by one. And by the way, the project we're looking at right now is available as a free download on our Discord server. The link is in the description below. So if you want to check it out in your own time, you can, of course. Let's start with the kick drum. So kick drum is this little fella right here. And of course I beefed it up with the internal drive. You can also engage this little button here, which is a phase reset or a waveform reset in this case. You can hear it gets a little bit more of a woody character. But I liked it like that, so I left it. Then I have a kind of a groove kick. Here's my groove pattern, just to accentuate a bit of a swing. And I have a low cut and a high cut engaged on this because I just wanted it to fill out a certain part of the spectrum, not really intrude into the bass frequencies. The bass line was made with the DS tom. It's this one right here. Sounds like this. Nothing much to it, but it works. And then I grouped my kick drum and my bass in this little subgroup here, slapped a color limiter on top, and this is what the group sounds like. Next up, we're checking out some hi-hats and noise sounds. The first sound I used was the DS-FM. And this thing can get really wild, depending on what you want to achieve with it. You can get it to sound really out there. For example, let me raise the tone a little bit. And decrease the feedback. A lot of variety in this one. Then I have a snare. Rather simple pattern. Some closed hats. These respond, of course, very nicely to automation, so especially on stuff like decay. Just a simple high cut and a saturator on top. By the way, little mix tip, if I turn off the saturator, look at the metering, and you can see the levels are all over the place, but when I turn it back on, the loudness, the perceived loudness is the same, but it's way more controlled. So saturation on your hats, always a good idea. Next up, I have an open hi-hat. I just copied the same thing over and gave it a little bit of attack. And last but not least, in the drum group, I needed some cymbals, and they sound like this. Very simple, but very effective. Moving on to the tonal group over here, I have this DS Clang thingy. And let me quickly turn off all the effects so we can hear it solo. This is what it sounds like solo. This is my pattern. Nothing spectacular, but now let me engage the hybrid reverb. Have it on plates mode with a long haul plate. And then sidechain everything to my kick drum. And the other channel is the sampler instrument, and I put a vocal sample in there. Again, a healthy amount of hybrid reverb. This time I've gone for the texture section. By the way, there's a few really nice textures in there. After that, an echo and a glue compressor, again to sidechain to our kick. And then my tonal group sounds like this. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention on my drums. Ableton's trusty drum bus, because why not? It just works, so let's use it. And then on the master, there's not much of processing going on, just a simple EQ8, no compression at all, because I didn't think it was necessary in this case. So let's listen to everything at once. And there we go. Again, very quick tip today. Don't overlook the DS suite of drum instruments in Ableton. They're very fun to use in my opinion, and also very useful. Again, this project is available as a free download. Join our Discord server. The link is in the description below. And that's it for today. As always, make sure to check our website, SINEE.de, and I'm going to see you soon. Take care.